We'd like to welcome you to game number 2 of this 2-game set between the Red Devils and the Saints as batter number 1 strikes out for out number 1. Sawyer Stenson now for the Red Devils. With one gone here in the top of the first, Mount Hood took game number 1 by a final of 7-1 as that pitch is just outside. And it's 2-0. Swing and a ball lifted into deep center, but Kosmicki is there and she makes the catch. 2 down. So far, lineups are about the same as they were in game number 1. Binion struck out. Stenson with a fly out to center field. As that first pitch misses for ball 1. Lexi Geary is now pitching on the mound for the Saints here in game number 2. As that pitch is just in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. One and one now here. The count on Reams, swing and a miss. 1-2. One and two pitch is in there. Called strike 3. And the Saints take on 1-2-3 as we go to the bottom of the first with the Saints and Red Devils scoreless here in game number 2. Sadie Knutson on the mound for the Red Devils as she took over in the 6th inning in game number 1. And it'll be Kenzie Kosmicki to lead things off for Mount Hood, as she did in game 1 as well. She had the only home run, which was back in inning number 2, which was a deep 2-shot home run to left center, which drove in a run and herself to make it an early 2-0 Mount Hood lead. And then she had a base hit later in the game that drove 2 runs in as well. She has contributed She contributed to more than half the Saints' runs in game number 1 as they got 7. She was responsible for 4 of them as she leads off here in the bottom of the second and drills that first pitch foul, 0-1. Kosmicki on an 0-1 pitch from Knutson. And that one misses, 1-1. One and one the count now here on Kenzie as that one is up high, 2-1. Two and one the count here on Kosmicki. That one low, and it's 3-1. Three and one the count here on Kosmicki. Swing and the ball lifted into center. Drops for a base hit. Kosmicki around first. She's going to stay there and a leadoff single to start the bottom of the first. So that'll bring up Matlin Leach. Kosmicki on first. First pitch to Leach on its way. And she goes for the bunt and pulls back. 1-0. Want to know the count here on Matlin Leach. And the pitch up high, 2-0. Two and oh the count. And that one is in there, 2-1. Two and one the count here on Leach. Ball drilled to second. Both runners will make it. And now Mount Hood puts runners on first and second with nobody out. So now that'll bring up Lexigary. With runners on first and second with nobody gone here, bottom one in a scoreless game number 2. As she drills one deep into the field, gets to the wall, it drops into right. Rounding, Gary to second. Runners are going to go home, and one's there, one's out. So Kosmicki made it home. Matlin Leach was out, and Mount Hood with a 1-0 lead here in game number 2. So Brenna Wilson, after that RBI double, from Lexi Gary to put the Saints on the board first. A 1-0 lead here with 1 out. As the first pitch to Wilson inside. 1-0. Here's Brenna Wilson again, swing and a miss. 1-1. That one upstairs, 2-1. Two and one the pitch, swing and a foul back, 2-2. Two and two the count here on Wilson with one gone. Bottom one, 1-0 Mount Hood. Knutson sets and fires. That one foul, still 2-2. Two pitch once again, and that one swung on and fouled back again. Two once again, and that one low. 3-2 the count full. Three balls, two strikes, one down. And the pitch, swing and a ball lifted to right field. Coming in, making the catch. Here's the throw. And Lexi not going to advance. She stays at second, 2 away with the catch made out in right field by Tegan Reams. Sarah Martin, batter number 5 once again. Here in game number 2, she takes the first pitch up high, and it's 1-0. Next pitch on Martin is outside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to Martin. Next offering from Knutson, swung and fouled back, 2-1. 2-1. Up high, 3-1. Still 2 balls and 1 strike. The count on Sarah Martin is that one. Sorry, 3-1, and that was ball number 4, and she walks. New batter in for the Saints. First time we've seen Mariah Frederick this afternoon. With Sarah Martin on first, Lexi Gary on second. First pitch up high, and it's 1-0. Pitch hit to shortstop. Can't make the play, and everyone's safe, and the Saints load the bases. So with Gary on third, Martin on second, and now Frederick on first, the Saints have bases loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Another new batter for the Saints as well. Zoe Zimmer gets her first at-bat of the afternoon here in game number 2. As she lifts one down the line, but foul, and it's 0-1. And the pitch in there. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, the count on Zimmer. Knutsen's ready. And she fires. Swing and a dribbler. Knutsen's got it. Flips to first in time. And that'll retire the side, but not before the Saints get on the board first. And an early 1-0 lead as we go to the second. And between innings, I'd like to get a little bit of an interview here. For those of you that are not here with us, my spectacular, he's always the man, Janice Wilson. 2 problems with him right now, folks. He is wearing pants, and it's like 80 degrees outside. But I just also noticed he is wearing a long sleeve shirt. Would you care to explain yourself?
I'm trying to cover up so I don't get sunburned.
You know, that is a valid excuse. But, you know, Janice brought up earlier all these softball players wearing their pants as well. You know, for them it's a little bit tougher because they're uniforms, so they must be a little bit warm in those. But, you know, Janice decided to go with the jeans today. So I'll make sure to post a pic of him so that you can see exactly what he's wearing and agree that there is something wrong with him.
Well, my clothes are pretty thin and light, so it's okay. I'm not hot.
Well, he is staying. He is staying kind of in the shade a little bit. He sits at every chance he gets. So hopefully, I'm not overworking and overheating him too much. He's I think he's having a good time, right?
Oh yeah, I'm having a great time.
What'd you think of that first game?
Oh, that was a great first game. Mount Hood, full sweep.
2 hours, 2.5 hours in game number 1, which is just shy of what we had total in both our games on Wednesday against Chemeketa. So, you know, maybe this game will go a little bit shorter, but already off to a good start. 1-0 as we go to the second, Jan, is what you like to see.
What I like to see? I'm thinking in favor of Hood again. So.
All right, let's go to the second. So now Rachel Squibb gets to lead things off for the Red Devils as we begin inning number 2 here in Gresham, Oregon. Mount Hood with a 1-0 lead. That first pitch was up high. The count 1-0. Next pitch misses as well. It's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to count on Squibb. Lexi's ready, and she fires it, and that one swung on, fouled back, 2-1. Two and one the count here on Squibb. And the pitch. Just low, 3-1. Three balls, one strike, and that one hits her. So Squibb gets the automatic walk as she's hit by the pitch, and Lower Columbia gets a runner on here in the second. Here is Malaya Twitty as she gets the first pitch, bunts it, and the play made throw to first in time. They look to second, but they do not get her. So the bunt will advance Squibb to second, but they do get the play at first, and there's one down. That first pitch misses to Dunlap for ball one. Next pitch on its way, swung, hit up high, making the catch there, Leach, and there's two down. So that'll bring up Leanna Russell here in the top of the second as she drills that one behind the dugout foul, and it's 0-1. Squibb on second, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Lexi's ready, and she fires the pitch, and that one is also hit, but over to make the catch there is Johnson at first to retire the side, and we go to the bottom of the second. Still a 1-0 lead for the Saints. Gracie Hodgson leads things off for the Saints here in the bottom of the second with a 1-0 lead. As Knutson fires the first pitch, that one outside, and it's 1-0. One 0 pitch, down low, 2-0. Two 0 here, the count on Hodgson. As she knocks that one up, backing up, making the play is Squibb for out number one. Here is Leslie Main. Ecstatic PA announcer, Albert Hensley. As you could probably hear him in the background. Batter number 9 here for the Saints as they chant her name from the dugout. As she gets set for her first at-bat here in game number 2. As that first pitch up high for ball 1. So now the count 1-0 here on Maine. Knutson sets, is ready, and fires it low, 2-0. Two 2-0 the count here on Leslie Main. And the pitch. Down the middle, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. Leslie Main hits one down the line to third. Here's the throw to first. It's in time for out number 2. So now we go back to the top of the lineup. Mackenzie Kosmicki. She's 1 for 1 here in game number 2 with a single. She had the only home run in game number 1 back in the second inning. Let's see if she can maybe repeat herself here as Knutson sets and fires. Kosmicki with a pop-up and underneath to make the... Oh, what a collision! And that, I believe, is going to be catcher or runner interference, and that's going to do it for the top or for the bottom of the second. As that was quite a collision with Kosmicki and Squibb, but Kosmicki runs right into her, gets called for interference. That is out number 3. We go to the third, and it's still a 1-0 ball game. Mount Hood with the lead. Yeah, typically if the runner runs into the fielder, it's charged as an out. Because if the fielder feels, or if the umpire feels the fielder, yeah, that's hard to say, can only make the catch in that position, then the runner has to go around, and Kosmicki didn't throw that, so she's out.
Got that clear as day on video.
Yeah, nice job. Good job following the ball. I wrote down the time too. Go back and watch it. I won't post that clip, but I'll send it to you. Starting here with the top of the third. So far, this game is going by a little bit quicker than game number one. The first couple of innings took almost an hour, but we ran through 2 innings in about half an hour, which is about 7.5 minutes per half inning. As we get the pitch from Gary, that one outside. Sets and fires, and that one is down low. 2-1 the count. That pitch low as well. Count goes 3-1. Red Devils try to get something going here in the third. Down 1-0 as Gary pitches. That one down low and a leadoff walk. Emily Panish. We get to see her for the first time here in game number 2. Number 3 against number 3 pitching. And the first one is down. Throw over to second and cannot make the play. Stolen base. And in prime scoring position here with potentially a base hit could tie the game. 1-0 now the count on Panish. Pitch is just outside 2-0. So now the count 2-0. Next offering is down low. And it's 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. The count on Panish. And it's a 4-pitch walk. Putting runners on first and second for the Red Devils with nobody out. Back to the top of the lineup now with Binion. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Top 3, 1-0 lead for the Saints. They won game number 1, 7-1. They look for the sweep, which would help them in the standings as they chase top of the division, Southwest Oregon, who they will host here on Tuesday afternoon. Alexa Gary sets, fires, delivers. It's a bunt. Here's the play to first. They get her at first, but they advance the runners now second and third with 1 out. So a crucial play to get the out, but for Lower Columbia, a key bunt to advance the runners into scoring possessions. As we go back to Stetson now. As the first pitch, down low, misses for ball 1. Stetson again hits one into the field. It's going to score. Staying at third. The throw in. It's an RBI single by Stetson, and this game is tied at 1. Runners on the corners now for the Red Devils. Only one out here in the third. They have a chance to take their first lead of the series. 0-3 against Mount Hood as they dropped both at home about a month ago. And after dropping game number 1 here today, this one deep, and it is gone. 3-run shot for Reams. Lower Columbia takes a 4-1 lead. So here's Rachel Squibb after the 3-run shot by Tegan Reams. That one misses, ball number 1. Mount Hood got the first run of this ball game, took a 1-0 lead into the second. Nobody scored in the second, and now here in the top of the third, Lower Columbia has taken a 4-1 lead off a 3-run home run by Tegan Reams, as that one is fouled back by Squibb. Count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Still nobody has made an effort to go get that ball. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes now on Squibb. As that one is fouled back, it remains 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The count on Squibb. Again, Gary will fire. And that one also fouled back. One ball, 2 strikes once again on Squibb. 4-1 lead here for the Red Devils. First lead of this series here of the afternoon. And that one is just a bit outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. That one popped up, and that one's out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes to count once again. So Mount Hood tries to get out of this and put back some runs on the board. Still only 1 gone. The pitch to Squibb, lifted up and underneath. Catch is going to be made, out number 2. And they get Squibb. Here's Twitty now. Her first at bat last inning, she bunted and got out. As she takes the first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. On 1, swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The count on Twitty, and that one outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Once again, Gary fires, swing and a miss. Got her with a low one there. They get out of it, but Lower Columbia does put 3 on the board. A 3-run shot by Reams gives them a 4-1 lead. And we'll see if Mount Hood can get some more runs here on the board in the bottom of the third, down 4-1. Throw it in when Mount Hood takes the field. Just take it, because they'll give it to the umpire anyway. You want me to get you? Thank you. I guess that takes care of that. Leading off here is Leach. Bottom 3, Mount Hood down 4-1. First pitch is in there, called strike number 1. Knudsen sets, is ready to fire it again. That one low and away, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike on Leach. And the pitch. That one lifted out of play, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The count on Leach as she dribbles that one right to third. And they cannot make the play. It's a leadoff single. And here comes Lexi Gary, and already for Mount Hood, tying run on deck. If Lexi can get on base. Down 4-1 here in the bottom of the third after winning game number 1, 7-1. Knutson sets and fires it, and that one up high. Leach is going to steal second on the wild pitch, and she's there safely. One ball, no strikes. The count on Lexi Gary. Knutson sets. Is ready. And Gary fouls that one back, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Once again, Knutson sets, fires to Lexi Gary. And that one is up high, 2-1. Two balls and a strike now is the count. Matlin Leach sitting at second. And the pitch. And she pops that one up, but foul, and it's 2-2. Two balls and two strikes. Nobody gone. And a runner on second. As Lexi Gary gets ready to face the next pitch. And that one is up high. The count goes full. And the pitch. Pops it up again, but foul out of play, and she stays at a full count. The chance from the dugout get more intense as she once again faces a 3-ball and 2-strike pitch with nobody out. Matlin Leach staying at second. Knutson is ready. The windup, and that one is down low, and it actually hit her, but it was ball 4 anyway, so she takes first. So now Brenna Wilson represents the tying run. Runners on first and second now for the Saints. Nobody out here, bottom 3. In a 4-1 game led by Lower Columbia, and the 3-run shot by Tegan Reams. That one hit into the field, and it drops for a base hit. Brenna to first, and Gary going to go to second. Matlin Leach going to come all the way around to score, but with the exception of her, everyone just takes one base, drives in an RBI single, and now it's a 4-2 ball game. Well, I guess the scoreboard says 4-3, but I'm pretty sure there was only 1 run scored on that last play. Here's the pitch to Sarah Martin. She drives one to the field. It's at the wall. Coming around to score is Lexi Gary. Here's the throw to third. They cut it off. RBI double for Sarah Martin, and now it's 4-3. I think what Janice was seeing is that some of the lights were, from the angle we can see the scoreboard, I think it was 4-2. Now it's 4-3. It's a one-run ball game, and still nobody's out. As that brings back up Frederick. So now we have a little bit of time so the umpire can get some things straightened out. Catcher and pitcher meeting at the mound for Lower Columbia. As now something goes haywire with the scoreboard, but I believe Kim gets it fixed. So here's Mariah Frederick. And the tying run, Brenna Wilson, is 90 feet away. And the potential leading run, Sarah Martin, is 2 bases away. I'm sorry, 60 feet. It's softball. As the first pitch just misses for ball 1. So 1-0 the count here on Frederick. Knudsen sets, fires. That one popped up. Coming in, making the catch. Nobody advances, 1 down. So they get the first out as the catch is made at second base by Leanna Russell. As that brings Zoe Zimmer up. Again, Brenna Wilson represents the tying run. She's on third. Sarah Martin represents the leading run. She's on second. First pitch to Zimmer up high. Ball 1. So far, game 2 has been a lot more competitive and more intense than game number 1 as she drives one into the field. This game's tied. Here comes Sarah Martin, and she is safe. And Mount Hood has taken a 5-4 lead. RBI single, drives in 2, and a 5-4 lead. The Saints once again in front here in the third. And now we have a meeting at the mound for all the infielders for Lower Columbia. A 4-1 lead suddenly vanishes. And now facing once again a deficit, Mount Hood with a 5-4 advantage here. Bottom 3 here in game number 2. Now the outfielders coming in to discuss. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the third as we get a pitching change for the Red Devils. As Knudsen is out. She pitched almost 5 innings. She pitched inning number 6 in game number 1. She pitched all of innings 1 and 2 and 1/3 of 3 here in game number 2. Now Lower Columbia, after that 3-run home run, felt pretty good. Going up 4-1. Mount Hood gets some base runners. They get some base hits, and they retake the advantage. 5-4 here, bottom of 3. As it was an RBI by Zoe Zimmer. And now Gracie Hodgson has a chance to potentially do some more damage here with only 1 away. She is 0 for 1 already, as she drove the ball right to first last inning. And the first pitch to her is in there, called strike number 1. As that one dribbled, play made, throw to second. Oh, they can't make the play. Tried to flip it up, but the second baseman lost it. Both runners in there safely. First and second, still 1 out here in the third. So Zimmer on second, Hodgson on first, Leslie Main at bat. As she takes the first pitch for strike 1. Ready, set, and fire. As that one bunted foul, and it's 0-2. Leslie Main in an 0-2 hole. 2 on, 1 out, and the pitch is outside, 1-2. Ready, sets, and fires it again, and that one just low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Leslie Main ready. And the pitch. As that one is just a bit out, and the count full. Swing and a miss. So 2 outs now as Main strikes out. Kosmicki back up. As she drives that one into the field. And everyone going to stay exactly where they are. And the Saints once again with bases loaded, 2 down here in the third. Bases loaded, 2 outs. To shortstop, throw to first is in time. And that will do it for inning number 3. But the Saints get 4 and retake the lead 5-4 as we go to the 4th. Another drive to the wall. Oh, Kosmicki tried, but she couldn't get it. It is gone. We're tied at 5. And to start the 5th, a solo shot from Destiny Dunlap as it went off the tip of the glove of Kosmicki, but the solo shot ties it up. And here in the 4th, it's 5-all. And I believe with that, we are getting a pitching change, as Marley Johnson takes over for Lexi Gary. Brand new game, people. 5-5 with Marley Johnson now taking the plate. So now Russell, who is 0 for 1 to first base, as the first pitch there is just outside, and the count is 1-0. One ball, no strikes. That pitch is in there, 1-1. Johnson's ready. She sets, delivers it, and that one is in there, 1-2. And the pitch, that one lifted foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Marley Johnson sets again, fires it, popped up, and out of play. Sets and fires it again, popped up, into right, and it's going to go out of play again, off the fence and towards the shed. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one just outside, 2-2 now the count on Russell. Johnson once again sets, fires, as that one dribbled into center field. Caused Mickey there to field it, but it's a single for Russell. 1 on, nobody out, and a tie ball game. So 1 base runner here for the Red Devils as the pitch, throw to second, not in time. And stolen base for Russell. And the count now 1 ball, no strikes. Marley Johnson sets again, fires it, a bunt. Here's the play over to first in time. So they get the out at first, but it advances Russell to third. Only 1 out here in the 4th. But the leading run for the Red Devils now is just 60 feet away. Is that now brings up Panish. As Marley Johnson gets ready to set, deliver it. That one outside, 1-0. Johnson again, as that one right down the middle, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. The count on Panish. Russell 60 feet away from giving Lower Columbia the lead back. Pitch low, 2 balls and a strike. Panish looks ready. So is Johnson. She winds up as that one right down the middle. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson again. Delivers. Fouled back. 2-2 still. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Panish ready. Johnson sets, fires it down low, and the count is full. Three balls, 2 strikes, only 1 gone here, top of the 4th. As that one dribbled, as they cannot get the play, Lower Columbia retakes the lead, 6-5. A single for Panish, as that will bring us back to the top of the lineup. Still nobody out here, top 4. As that one bunted, but foul. And it's 0-1. There is one out. I did forget about that play they made to first on the bunt. So there is one out. But that's all the Saints have here in this top of the fourth as they find themselves down by a run. Johnson sets, fires it as that one dribbled right to Maine. Can they turn the double play? They do! What a play by the Saints to get out of that one. They just give up a run as we go to the bottom of the fourth. And it's 6-5 in favor of the Devils. Lexigary will lead things off here for the Saints. Bottom of the fourth. In a one-run deficit. Still a very close game, 6-5 in favor of Lower Columbia. As she fires that one deep, but it's foul and out of play. One in the dirt, 2-1. As she dribbles that one down the line, and that one is a fair ball. Rounding first, she's going to try for second. She's going to get there. Leadoff double for Lexi Gary. Huge start there for the Saints to try to get back into this one, just down by one. So here is Brenna Wilson. She is 1 for 2 with a double as she takes the first pitch for ball number 1. One ball and no strikes. Next pitch to Wilson, dribble down the line. That's in play as they get her at first, and Lexi Gary goes back to second, one away. So Sarah Martin, known as a power hitter. Bats a 390. She is 1 for 2, technically 2 for 2 with a walk and a double as she takes the first pitch downstairs for ball number 1. Next pitch on its way is down and in there, called strike 1. One and one the count. That ball drilled. It's a base hit. Lexi Gary will go to third. She'll stop there. Runners on the corners for the Saints with only one out. So back comes Mariah Frederick, who has only played in this game today. And she is 1 for 2 with a double and an out to second. Tying run is Lexi Gary. She's 60 feet away at third as Frederick takes the first pitch for ball number 1. Sets and fires it again, and that one is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls, no strikes is the count on Frederick. As she dribbles that one, throw to second, over to first, and they get the double play. The run from Gary does not score. We go to the 5th. It's still 6-5 in favor of the Red Devils. Sawyer Stetson to lead things off here in the top of the 5th. Lower Columbia holding on to a 6-5 lead here in game number 2. First pitch on its way. That one is outside. 1-0 the count. Marley Johnson still on the bump for Mount Hood. 1 ball, no strikes is the count. And that one is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Two balls, no strikes. The count on Stetson as she dribbles that one back to Johnson. Throw to first in time. 1 down. And now Tegan Reams, who had the 3-run shot back in the 2nd. Or back in the 3rd, as she takes the first pitch for ball number 1. Johnson's ready. She sets and delivers the pitch. And that one just a bit out. 2 balls, no strikes. Johnson ready again. She sets, delivers it. Swing and a miss. Two balls, 1 strike. The count on Reams. 1 out here. Top 5, 6-5 lead for Lower Columbia. That one lifted back. Kosmicki underneath. She's got it. And that's out number 2. So now Rachel Squibb with 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. Red Devils 6, Saints 5. Very, very close game. As that one drilled, that one back. Goodbye. Another shot. It's just a solo shot, but it's Rachel Squibb to give Lower Columbia a 7-5 lead.
What's your outlook on the game?
First pitch to Twitty is fouled back, 0-1. So a couple of solo shots in the last couple of innings for the Red Devils. Gives them a 2-run lead late in the stages, but I mean, you can definitely not say that this game is over because it's just a 2-run game. Mount Hood still has at least 3 at-bats remaining, down 2, and they're known for getting a cluster of runs. They were down 4-1 before the bottom of the 3rd, where they got 4 and took a 5-4 lead. 1 ball, 1 strike now the count. Is that pitch just outside? 2 balls and a strike. If Mount Hood wins this game, they will have 30 wins on the season. Right now, where they stand, 29-6 after game 1, 21-14 Lower Columbia after the game 1 loss. 3 balls and a strike. Now the count as Twitty waits. Johnson gets ready, and she delivers it, and it's a walk. So Destiny Dunlap still only 1 away here in the top of the 5th. I keep forgetting about the catch Kosmicki just made. There's 2 away. As that one drilled back to the fence. It's gone! That one got out of here quick. 2-run shot. 9-5 Red Devils. And it's time for a pitching change. Kylie Parsons is on the mound for the Saints. As that ball just got out of here super quick. And the walk definitely hurts a little bit. But would have been 8-5, now 9-5 in favor of Lower Columbia. But still, this game is not over. Still within 4. And Mount Hood still has at least 3 at-bats remaining. Coming bottom 5, bottom 6, bottom 7. They can play a little bit more aggressive defense, get some key outs. They've got 2 here in the 5th. Then they can definitely make a comeback here in this game and get to win number 30 on the season. Checking out schedules here while we have a little bit of time. After today for the Saints, they will have Southwest Oregon on May 2nd, which is on Tuesday. So now Russell comes up for the Red Devils as we will get to their schedule in a moment. They right now sit 21-14, Saints 29-6. So this is a pivotal game here. What could be a crucial split or potentially a series sweep for Mount Hood if they can make a comeback here. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Russell. As Parsons sets, is ready, winds up and delivers it. And that one is in there, 1-1. As that one down the line, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lower Columbia will go to Centralia on Tuesday for a 3 and 5 o'clock pitch. Then they will finish with 2 home games against Clackamas next Saturday. And then that following Friday, they will host the Southwest Oregon Lakers. Mount Hood, after their game on Tuesday with Southwest Oregon, will visit Clark. Then they have a makeup game later in the season. And then they will finish the regular season here at home on May 12th, which is a week from this coming Friday, as they will take on Centralia. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on Russell. 2 gone here, top 5. The pitch down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes. The count on Russell. Parsons ready. Winds up and sets, delivers it. Swing and a foul back. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count on Russell. And the pitch. Drilled down the line. It's fair. No, it's foul. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count on Russell. Parsons ready. Winds it up and fires it. That one out of play. Count remains 2-2. As that one is just low, and the count is full. Three balls, two strikes, two outs. Pitch from Parsons. Fouled. As that one dribbled, Leach got it, throw to Gary in time, and that will retire the side. But add a couple of more for the Red Devils. We go bottom five. It's 9-5 in favor of Lower Columbia. Good start for the Saints here as we go bottom five. Kayla Richmond dribbles into a single off an error. And she's on first. As that'll bring up Gracie Hodgson. Saints can get some base runners here. This game is definitely not over in question. Still a 4-run lead for Lower Columbia as the pitch is down low. Ball one. One ball, no strikes. Lifted. Throw to second. Over to first is in time to get out number one. They chose to go to first, which advances Richmond to second, but they get the first out here in the bottom of the fifth. So here's Leslie Main. Kayla Richmond on second. First pitch in there for a strike. Kosmicki on deck. Has the pitch. Dribble down the line, but foul, and it's 0-2. Leslie Main now here in an 0-2 hole. The pitch. Dribbled up. Throw to first in time, and that is out number two. But Richmond will go to third as Kosmicki steps up. Big key here. Saints could get one. 60 feet away is Richmond. As it's Kosmicki gets the first pitch up high, ball one. Both outs have been throws to first. Kosmicki in this game, 2 for 3. Has the pitch down low, 2-0. Kosmicki again, down low, coming home and sliding in there safely is Richmond. So they get the run. It's 9-6, a 3-run game. Nothing is over yet. 3-0 the count on Kosmicki. And that one out in there, strike one. Kosmicki drives one into right, but it's foul. And now the count full. Kosmicki again. Down low, she walks. Lexi Gary on deck. She represents the tying run as now Matlin Leach steps up. And the first pitch to Leach is in there for strike number one. Oh and 1 here on Leach. Kosmicki on first. Sets and delivers it. And that one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One to Leach. Drills that. Here's the throw to second over to first. Not in time. And it's a 2-out single for Matlin Leach to get Kosmicki to second. Runners on first and second. Lexi Gary is the tying run. She has hit home runs before. She's got 2 base runners, but she's also got 2 outs. First pitch is up high, ball 1. Next offering to Gary is out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. The count on Lexi Gary. 2 down, bottom 5. 9-6, and that one outside. 2-1. Pitch to Gary. Drills that one deep to right, not very far back, and making the catch in right field. Out number 3. We go to the 6th, but the Saints do get 1 in that 5th. It's a 3-run game, 9-6 at the end of 5. Janice, nothing out of the question yet. Still 2 at-bats for each team. This is one of the closer games we've seen.
Oh yeah, I'm upset that the other team has gotten so many points, but I'm really hoping Mount Hood pulls through in this back half of the game.
They've got 2 innings to do so, but first they got to start with some defense as we go top 6 with Lower Columbia leading it 9-6. So now as we go to the top of the 6th, 9-6 in favor of Lower Columbia as the first pitch from Parsons is lifted into right field and a leadoff single to start inning number 6 for the Devils. Now it's Panish with the runner on first, nobody out, as the first pitch up high for ball number 1. Parsons sets, delivers it, and that one outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0 the count on Panish as she lifts one foul, 2-1. Next pitch on its way, down low. 3 balls, 1 strike. One on, nobody out. Top 6, 9-6. Lower Columbia. Parsons ready. Fires it. And that one is a walk. So now we go back to the top of the lineup. Sunny Benyon. Previous at-bat, she is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, 2 ground outs. 2 base runners with nobody out for the Red Devils. As the first pitch is drilled to first as they try to turn the double play. They cannot. But Lexi makes the play at first, 1 down, but it advances the runners to second and third. So now Stetson with 1 away here in the top of the 6th, but runners 60 feet and 2 bases away. As first pitch is just outside, ball 1. Parsons ready. And the 1-0 is dribbled down the line right to Lexi, but it's foul, 1-1. Two balls, one strike is the count now on Stetson. And the next one. Inside, 3-1. And the next one on the way is in there, 3-1. Three balls and a strike now the count on Stetson. And the pitch. That one lifted in, base hit into right, scoring around, goes home. RBI single. It's 11-6. Lower Columbia with a 5-run lead. I think it says.
They changed the score for the Devils, but they didn't change the
First pitch to Reams is in there for called strike number 1. So there's one out here in the top of the 6th and a 5-run lead for the Red Devils, 11-6. I mean, still this game not over. Still 2 at-bats for the Saints. As that one off the glove, it's a base hit into right field. Runners advance. Stetson goes to second. Reams goes to first, and it's a single to put runners on first and second with only one out. Rachel Squibb with 2 on, 1 out. Bunts that one, foul, 0-1. Oh and 1 now here. The count on Squibb. Runners on first and second with only 1 out. Top 6, 11-6. Favor of Lower Columbia. And the pitch is in there. 0-2. Parsons ready. Winds it up and delivers it. Drilled right to Lexi. There's out number 2. Runners advance to second and third, but there's 2 down. Elia Twitty now. Runners in scoring positions, but 2 outs here, top 6 with a 5-run lead. Here's the pitch as that one is hit out of play, foul, 0-1. 11-6. They are. And the pitch. That one low. Runners do not advance. Still second and third, 2 gone. Parsons ready. Sets and fires. As that one drilled right to Leach. She makes the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. But 2 more runs on the board for the Red Devils. They have a 5-run lead, 11-6, as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, it's 11-6. They push the light out in the scoreboard. Brenna Wilson leading things off for the Saints. As she hits one deep into right. Come on, it's off the fence. She goes into second. She's there safely for a leadoff double. But how close was that as it hits the very tip of the fence? But she gets safely to second. Leadoff double for Brenna Wilson. Here's Sarah Martin. First pitch to her up high, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. The count on Sarah Martin. And the pitch. As she hits that one, throw to first in time, 1 down, but she gets Brenna Wilson over to third and in scoring position. As here comes Mariah Frederick once again. Here in game number 2. She is 1 for 3 with a single. As that first pitch is outside, down low, 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls and no strikes. She drills that one back deep. It's coming towards us.